Relax, close your eyes, and let tonight's story bring you comfort. Mock and Yuri's Enchanted Village Journey. His story is about Ma and Yuri's magical journey through the village, exploring cosmic wonders and the bond between dreams and reality. Under a sky twinkling with stars, Mock the curious boy dreamed of exploring worlds beyond his quaint village. Yuri, a cosmic traveler, descended from the vast and mysterious universe above, landing gently near Mock's home. With eyes filled with the wonders of the cosmos, Yuri spoke to Mock of stars that danced and planets that sang. Frolf, Mock begged Yuri to take him on a journey. As the dawn light nuzzled against the village roofs, Mock prepared for his expedition, carrying nothing but a heart full of dreams and a sense of wonder. Yuri and Mock embarked on their enchanted journey, their path illuminated by both moonlight and magic. The village shimmered with the remnants of dreams and whispers from nights long past. Houses seemed to wink at them, and cobblestone paths whispered tales of old. Yuri guided Mock through meadows painted in hues only the universe could give. Azure blues and shimmering violets blending with the golden breath of dawn. Here, Ma witnessed the harmony of nature, the songs of the wind cuddling the leaves, and the gentle hum of life waking with the morning. They arrived at a hill crest overlooking the village, where Mock's childhood seemed to rest in the embrace of the earth. Yuri revealed secret constellations hidden from those bound to the ground, showing Ma how stars wove stories across the skies. Eager to learn, Mock traced the constellations with his fingers, connecting histories unseen and futures unread. As evening approached, they returned to the village square, under a sky painted with blush and twilight. The villagers gathered around, curious and awestruck by Yuri and Mock's tales. Yuri shared stories of distant galaxies and the vibrant life dwelling among the stars. Mock described how he felt, the universe's pulse, and the rhythm that matched his heartbeats. Before the night claimed the village once more, Yuri gifted Ma a polished stone from a comet's tail, a talisman of the adventure they shared. The stone glowed with cosmic light and held the memories of their journey within. Yuri promised they would meet again among the stars, leaving Mock inspired and hopeful. As Mock settled into bed, he marveled at the shimmering stone beside him, feeling its warmth and the boundless possibilities of discovery. Closing his eyes, he heard Yuri's voice, gentle and cosmic, as a lullaby encouraging him to dream persistently. Beneath the universe's vast embrace, Mock drifted to sleep, an explorer with stars in his heart, cherished by the enchantment of his village. And from his window, the village rested, awash in starlight and dreams anew. Another story awaits to bring you rest. Susan and Camellia, the strength within. This story is about Susan and Camellia discovering their inner strength through friendship and community support. All upon a time, in the heart of a lush valley, there was a picturesque village where humans and dwarves lived in harmony. The village was surrounded by towering mountains, whose peaks kissed the sky, casting long shadows on the cottages below. Flowers bloomed in vibrant colors, and a gentle stream wound through the village, its waters sparkling like diamonds in the sun. In this village lived a young woman named Susan, known for her kindness and warm smile, which could brighten even the darkest day. Susan had a close friend, a dwarf named Camellia, whose laughter could be heard echoing through the valley. Camellia was small, but mighty, with a heart as big as the mountains surrounding them. One morning, when the village was still wrapped in the soft embrace of dawn, Susan woke up troubled. Spring had visited her in the night, one of swirling mist and ominous portents. She felt a heaviness in her heart, but did not know why. As she walked through the village, seeking solace in the familiar sights. She encountered Camellia, who immediately noticed the shadows beneath Susan's eyes. "What's wrong, dear friend?" Camellia asked, her voice filled with concern. Susan explained her dream, recounting every detail with the hope that sharing it might lighten her burden. Camellia listened attentively, her nimble fingers twisting her long beard in thought. Dreams can be mysterious, often hiding messages that are not immediately clear, Camellia mused. But remember, we possess strength beyond measure. A strength not defined by our size but by the courage in our hearts, she added, her eyes twinkling with wisdom. And utmost by Camellia's words, Susan felt her spirits lift. Together, they decided to seek out the village elder, who was known for wisdom accumulated over generations. The elder lived in a cottage at the edge of the village, surrounded by ancient scrolls and the scent of herbs. They found him hunched over a parchment, engrossed in thoughts and distant memories. Susan and Camellia shared the troubling dream, and the elder listened with patience. "Dreams carry whispers from the world beyond," the elder said, his voice as soft as flowing leaves. "In times of uncertainty, strength does not come from solitude but community," he advised, urging them to rally the villagers, to discuss and support one another. Inspired by the elder's counsel, Susan and Camellia gathered the villagers in the town square, beneath a sky painted in hues of sunset. They shared their concerns openly, inviting everyone to find comfort in unity. The villagers responded with warmth and support, and gradually, the air was filled with laughter and hope. As night descended, Susan stood with Camellia on a hill, watching the stars twinkle above. Their hearts felt lighter, embraced by the strength found in friendship and community. Hand in hand, they promised to face any challenge the future might bring, knowing they would never have to stand alone. And so, a village flourished, nurtured by the bonds that grew stronger with each passing day. Another story begins to bring you warmth. Aster and Salvia's heartwarming journey. This story is about the deep friendship and love between a gentlewoman, Aster, and a kind witch, Salvia. Sa fuglaha hoses this fimo amoha glow buharis fulas sitha immerse our bavlun with vibrant colors and hunting at fans in himi at the stars and sithin hit buhiria and has then successed into hit some instigating since the missenses how is this it the as they has to his in wind in Aster Salvia found a heart full of love and kindness. Their hearts sang in harmony, creating a melody that resonated through the hills, blessing Kobasar Shetaha. It was a token of enchanted time. It was a token of eternity signed reserved for her ground by gratitude she reserved for her golden. Like was a symphony that they have to listen for the sting for Siri and love. Now, let's continue with a peaceful story. Aster and Heather, Shells of Friendship. This story is about the beautiful friendship between Aster, a human girl, and Heather, a squirrel, symbolized through their shared treasures from land and sea, ultimately inspiring others in their village. Once upon a time, in a small coastal village, nestled between the whispering waves and the towering pines, there lived a young girl named Aster. She was known for her love of exploring the shoreline, always curious to discover what treasures the tide might bring. On the other edge of the village where the forest thickened, lived Heather, a squirrel with a vibrant bushy tail and eyes that sparkled like dew on autumn leaves. Heather had a knack for finding the most peculiar and interesting objects in the woods, often resembling the treasures Aster found by the sea. One sunny afternoon, Aster ventured to the beach, her heart set on finding the perfect shell to add to her collection. As she strolled along the sand, scanning the horizon, she spotted something unusual. The shell, unlike any she had seen before, be shimmering with iridescent colors. Delighted, Aster picked it up and held it up to the sun, marveling at its beauty. Meanwhile, deep in the forest, Heather was busy uncovering a curious object. A piece of driftwood shaped like an ancient rune. Her pulse brushed against its surface, and she felt the warmth in her heart, as if the wood had a story to tell. As fate would have it, that evening Heather and Aster met at the edge of the forest, a place where wood met the sea. Heather was intrigued by the glimmering shell Aster held, while Aster was curious about the rune-like driftwood Heather had found. They instinctively exchanged their discoveries, and as their hands touched, a bond was formed. Days turned into weeks, with Aster and Heather meeting often to share their findings from their respective realms. The shell and driftwood became symbols of their friendship, teaching them the beauty of connecting worlds. On a day where the sky mirrored the ocean's azure hue, Aster had an idea. She proposed to Heather that they create something special with their treasures, a mobile that would capture the spirit of the forest and sea. Excited, Heather gathered twigs and leaves from the woods, while Aster collected shells and seaweed from the beach. Together, under the golden rays of the setting sun, they constructed a beautiful mobile that danced with the wind, casting playful shadows on the ground. The mobile served as a reminder of the harmony between their worlds and the deep friendship they had nurtured. Thus, Aster and Heather's story became a legend in the village, inspiring others to search for their own shells of friendship, bridging the gap between land and sea, human and squirrel, and forging bonds as beautiful and lasting as the shells themselves. Let tonight's story be a guide to restful sleep.